may be a little egotistical, and I get it because I'm the same way sometimes. But you're like, I don't got competitors. You can't compete with me. Okay, think about yourself. You're a sprinter. You do the 100-meter. Do you need to be concerned about what your top 3 people are next to you, what they're running? Yes, absolutely. If you don't know what they're capable of, you don't actually know what kind of time you're going for. So you need to be looking at that. How many of you have friends out there that post, Mrs. Aaron, so she allowed me to do it. She's getting married soon. What catering company would you suggest? Everybody see that on Facebook. Raise your hand if you've ever had a friend, or you yourself have posted out on Facebook. And you're like, who knows this, landscaper, this or that. And there are just what's coming in. Like all of this, oh, my friend helped me with this project, they were great. The only thing that differentiates these typically is the source of who it's coming from. The point is, friends, there are how many options listed here? Everybody can't wait to tell somebody who their recommendation is, but what's actually setting you apart? This is what we're going to find out today. And I'll say this, if you think that you don't have competition, you're set. There's somebody out there right now who's working real hard to come up behind you and take the lead. If they aren't out of college now, they will be. You always have to be thinking 2-3 steps ahead because we're in a competitive world now. Technology has sped things up. You have to be ready. So what I want you to ask yourself with this is, what are they, your competitors, doing or offering that you are not? Some of you are like, I kind of don't know. I think it's time we check into it. What are you doing or offering that they do not? Maybe some of you here today, you have your unique selling proposition, you just don't realize it. What you need to do is exploit it. Think about what your competition is up to. So we acknowledge, you know what, there is a need. There is a need to have a differentiating factor. We want to identify what is yours. I want you to start thinking about these questions, and I'll give you a few minutes to fill in the blanks before you do that. So think about these, and you can take some notes if some of these impact you. But are you willing to do what your competition can't or won't do? So for us in the hair world, who wants to touch curly hair? I know some of you with curly hair in the room are like, I get it, because people sometimes are really scared or they don't really know, and you can sense their insecurity. There are a lot of stylists that send naturally curly clients to our salon because they're like, it's not our thing. It isn't easy, but once you know how to work with it, it's life-changing. It's actually should be a lot easier to work with. So what are you willing to do that others can't or won't do? Maybe some of you out here need to cut the fat. You want to be everything to everybody. And what happens then? Then you're just okay. You don't want to be average. Average is best of the worst or worst of the best. Maybe you need to get rid of a few things on your service menu or a few products and hone in on here's the number one thing that we're better than everybody at. Now, be a dreamer with me for a minute and think about this. If you had 0 restrictions, what would you do? Because a lot of you are very analytical, logical people. Luke, maybe? A little bit on that side of things. And you're going to be like, you know what, I don't have the money. Money's a restriction, or I don't have the manpower. Get it out of your head and go all the way to the top of the mountain. The view's better, I promise. If you stand at the base and look up, of course it's going to be daunting. But if you start at the top, have the vision of overall, if you had no restrictions, here's what I want. Now take steps backwards. What is it going to take to get there? How can you creatively figure out the next steps? Then I want you to ask yourself this. When people think about you, your business, what do you want them to think about? Because a lot of us in the room are like, I think what makes me different is I'm super nice. I'm going to get back to him. I'm really great to work with. My customer service is on point. You know what? Everybody thinks that. If you look at your competitor list, do you think that those people think the same thing? They are all going to be believing that they're going to offer great customer service too. They're super nice. That's not a differentiating factor. When people talk about you, what do you want them to say? How many of you have employees, and do they know what they should be talking about? Do they know what sets you apart? So we're going to go ahead and fill in the blank. These are the questions that your customers are thinking before they hire you. First one, why should I listen to you? Why should I listen to you? What are you going to bring to the table? What can your services or products offer me that your competitors cannot? I know some of you in the room are sick and tired of giving discounts to get people through the door. You got to ask yourself, how's it working for you? Are these the kind of clients you want? Like, are they the kind of clients that you're going to have to entice with discounts over and over again to keep them coming back? That goes back to cutting the fat. If you get rid of what's not working, you hone in on what's amazing, now you develop this unique selling proposition, you create this area just like the curly or the bridal. And I'll tell you this, our bridal is so phenomenal. The process, the experience, everything we bring to the table is so awesome that we are able, ready for this, to charge double the prices of any of the best, next best. So everybody in your mind, if you think about the most expensive salon you could probably go to in town, we're double their price for bridal. And we can be. We have to turn people down all the time. We served just under 70 brides last year. Finally, my team's like getting kind of tired, and they're like, hey, can we max it at 2 a weekend? And I'm like, okay. But we up the price a little bit to make that happen, so that we could earn the same. At the end of the day, our revenue could stay the same. There would be no way we could do that if we weren't bringing the value to the table. This goes back, you know what? I'm going to stop competing. I'm going to start dominating. What are you willing to guarantee me? That's the next one to fill in. What are you willing to guarantee me? I know a lot of you are like, nothing, because what if it doesn't happen? You know, guarantee is kind of scary, and I get that. But why are we so afraid to go there? Because what? Maybe then we have to step up. Is it time that we step up and give a guarantee? And it doesn't have to be crazy. You could be guaranteed, you know what, we're going to be the cleanest fitness facility in town. People love that they can shower here and it's not crazy, like it's comfortable. Maybe that's a guarantee. Maybe the guarantee is that you're always 15 minutes early. Well, that's a guarantee. Maybe the guarantee is like, hey, I'm going to bring your favorite Starbucks coffee every time we meet. You know, whatever it is, you can have your own special thing that you could guarantee. So questions to ask yourself. What's unique about my service? What's unique about my market? What's unique about my pricing? What's unique about my experience as a whole? Maybe your market, I'm going to just tell you a story really quick. I know some of you know him, but we have a fitness friend in town who saw an opportunity. There was nobody marketing to the ages of 50 and up. And he developed Fit Over 50. 50 is the new 35, but guess what? Genius. Because these people can show up during hours that others can't. They have more flexibility to be there during non-peak hours, so it fills that space. And there's a sense of community. You want to hang out with people who are like you, who value what you value. It brought this community together. Nobody was touching that market, and it's blown up for him. Super successful for him. So maybe what's unique about you could be who you serve. Have you thought about that? What's unique about your price? Maybe you're a chiropractor who offers monthly memberships. I kind of would like that. I'm just going to put it out there. Maybe you're an attorney who offers package pricing instead of an hourly rate. That would be awesome. So what's unique about your experience as a whole? I know my esthetician is here, and her experience for me is unique as a whole. It's really all about getting out, getting the word out, exploiting those things. So take a few minutes. Erin's going to start the music here again for you, and I just want you to brainstorm your unique